Butterfly charts, or this chart goes by many names: butterfly, bikini, pyramid, diverging bar, lots of different ones. So pick your favorite, and that's what this one is. So what do you say we go ahead and get started? How about that? All right. So pulling this up here, we've got so this is a challenge by Lorna, week 28, butterfly chart for looking at basically an age distribution across different age bands. And we've got male and female, and then we're also for each, so you can see the colored bars are the gender, and then this gray bar helps show the total population for that age band, right? So the gray bar here in the males, if we go over here, we can go over here to the Tableau public. You can see that this gray bar shows the total population of males aged 4 and under, and then the blue bar is those that are just males. And then we see the exact same thing over here, showing the proportion of women. So that is what we're going to build. This is what we're building. So I'm going to keep this up on this side of the screen, and we'll just start building on this side, and we'll have some fun. So here we go. It is an Excel file, and it is on my desktop. Here it is. All right. So one of the things that Lorna said is we would need to. Well, the first thing that I see here is we've got some yucky stuff up here, right? So what we need to do here first is we need to use the data interpreter. So a lot of times whenever you find these things on, whenever you find these Excel tables on the internet, you'll see that it'll come with some extra rows and stuff in it. Especially when you see them as Excel files. If you download them as CSVs, if there's an option, it'll usually be a lot cleaner. But you can see here, figure 4 in F1, right? So what we can do, we can check use data interpreter, and Tableau is going to get really, really cool. As you can see, it automatically did that. So what do we need to do? Well, she said we need to first thing she said is we need to pivot the data. So we can see we have males, females, males 2011, females 2011, males 2021, and females 2021. And we need to pivot that. So the way that we can do that, we will in the data window here, we'll go ahead and shift select these 4 columns here. We'll right click on those, and we'll see the pivot option. Okay. So now we've got a row for each age and gender and year. So what we also need to do here is we're going to split these. So let's go ahead and do a split. In Tableau, again, we'll smartly recognize that this is a comma delimited column. And here you can see we have now females 2011, females 2021. So what we can do, and she said that we can keep only, what did she say? 2021? Yes. Okay. So let's rename. So let's do gender, and this is year. And then before we leave here, we will go to our data source filters. We'll add a data source filter on year. Click OK. And we'll just keep 2021. Let's see. We can hide this column because we don't need it anymore. We're not going to be using, so we'll just get rid of it. we will use this and we'll do population. So we'll rename things. So we've got population, gender, and year. Actually, now that we've filtered down to just 1 year, we don't need that. So we'll go ahead and delete. Not delete. We don't want to delete because that will maybe we'll see. Yeah. So it says, so it gave me the option to delete, and I don't want to delete because it says you're using it as a data source filter. So no, I don't. I would like to hide it, but it doesn't look like I can here. So we'll figure that out later. Or maybe we won't. I don't know. Okay. I think we've got everything we need to here. So let's go here. All right. So we know that age is going to go on rows. Gender. Okay. So how are we going to do this? There's a couple different ways that we can do this. As you can see here, we've got okay, yep. All right, so what we need to do is we need to separate this out. So this is where we're gonna be building a bunch of different calculated fields. So we'll do if gender equals male, then population, else 0 end, and we'll go ahead and sum that up and call this male pop. Duplicate this, female pop, and we'll change this to, we'll just do, instead of changing it to female, we'll just do not male, right? So if it's different from male, then population is 0. So let's just make sure this is working the way that it should. We'll go here. So there's female population and male population, which is coming up 0. Let's see if we've got describe. Males. Got it. So let's go edit this. Yep, there we go. Things are changing. So it's good to know what your fields are called. There we go. All right, so now we've got values there. And then what I'm going to do, but what we want to do, as you see here, we've got males going that way and females going that way. All right, so how are we going to do that? Well, what we can do here is we need to flip. So let's change that around, and we'll go here. We'll edit our axis, and we'll try reversed. Okay. So you can start to see how this is starting to come together, right? All right. So now what we need to do is we need to create the, let's see here, that, I'm not sure this is necessarily going to work, but we'll see. Because, well, let's see here. How's this going to work? We need, let's see, do we have any requirements for number of sheets? 1 sheet. Okay, that's good. Just to understand what we're dealing with here. Okay, so let's do the let's go ahead and do color here. Colors. Should give us colors? No. But we can do, can we put that on? What happens there? Males, yeah, there we go. So if we go gender, edit, no, not edit, gender, default properties, color. If we do females, we'll go to the Nuriel stone, which is purple. Males is this teal color. Click apply. There's that. We'll put gender on. Color here. All right, so that's working good. Let's see, we don't want borders. There we go. All right, actually, see how it has that on there? So I think I'll take this off. And I'll just, for now, for the males, it's a teal color. It's close enough. For the females, it's a purple color. Close enough. Okay, so that works. Now what we need to do is, let's do exclude gender some population. Let's see what that does here. What does that look like here? That looks, well, we'll synchronize. Okay. What if we just add that to the other one too? Does that work? Synchronize. Yeah. All right. So you can see here I just did, all I did here, we'll go ahead, we'll call this total population. Click apply. And again, if we talk through what this LOD is here, I am excluding, I'm doing an exclude here, right? So I'm excluding gender for each, and what the exclude level of detail calculation says is basically exclude gender regardless of everything around it, regardless of everything in the view, exclude gender, and then do my aggregation, right? So I'm saying exclude the gender and then add, and then just add up the population. So now you can see Tableau tried to think, oh yeah, you want that to be on color here, right? And I said, not really. And let's see, let's remove that. So we go back to our blue and gold. And so now we've got, so let's change our mark type back to bar. And now you can see, it's like, well, what happened here? So now let's go do this gray. Not that, nope. We'll go to the total population, change this to gray. Go to the total population here, make that gray. You can see here it's not really working, right? Because my total population is on top of my other ones. And the easy way to get around that is we'll just take this pill right here, this total population pill, and we'll just flip it right to the other side. And that flips everything around for the time being. But we'll just go back in here. And the reason it did that is because if I go back, see how it flipped everything around? And the reason why is because the male axis was our primary axis. By switching this pill to the front, we're making this total population the primary axis, and I didn't have this axis shown to reverse. So now that I've done that, now I've got that back where I want it, right? And I think I'm gonna, there we go. Yeah, I'll just drop the opacity of the gray a little bit so that we can still kind of see it. So we'll do that to this one too. And let's see, what did I do here? So I did the bottom at 50%. So now I'll just go here and bottom at 50%. There we go. And now you can see if I hover on, if I go over here to the thing here, you'll see it says it's got everything I need, right? So it's when I hover on the gray bar, it shows the full bar highlighted. And then whenever I do that, it shows that, right? And so when I go and do this over here, I see the whole bar, and then I go do this, right? So now what I need to do is we need to do some formatting here. So I'm gonna, since everything is at the millions, I can just, everything up here, I can just go ahead and shift click on all of my measures here, and that I want to change my default formatting for. Right click, default properties, number format, number, 2 decimal places, millions. Click that just like that. And now you can see we've got that working. Okay, so next thing that I want to do here is, so she's got population down here. That should be pretty simple to do. Okay, so let's do some formatting here. I think we'll take care of, we'll not show the header for our top. Yep, that's good. We don't have our row labels. We'll edit these, we'll edit this axis to just remove that. And then we'll do the same thing here. Nope. Not that. All right. So there's that. What else? We'll go ahead and do some more formatting here. So format. Looks like we just get rid of our, get rid of our row and column dividers here. And it looks like we get rid of our 0. Potentially, I can't tell, maybe. Let's see. Get rid of the 0 line, that looks good. Okay. So now, let's see. So that looks good. What else are we gonna do? This is going pretty quick here. We're almost done, and we're just over 15 minutes of live stream, so that's a pretty good one. All right, so what else? Oh, I see we've got the axis is at 2 million. Is at 1 decimal, is at the integer, and we've got 2 decimal places in the tooltip. So let's go fix that. We'll right click on our axis down here, format. The axis is going to be here, and 0 decimal places and millions. And then you can see here inside the let's see, our total population is still at, okay, so let's do, okay. So this is always tricky. Well, let's do this. Let's do, so that's the default format for this. What happens if I put that there and then format this pill? And then we do 2 decimal. Yeah, it's still doing that. Okay. So you see here the total population is still at only 1, but over here in Lorna's example, the total population is at 2 decimal places. So I think the way that we need to do that is, what about if we do, what happens here? Hey, there we go. Yeah. All right, so total population we do not need in the tooltip, so we'll get rid of that. And females. Okay. Yep. All right. So here we'll do, now what we need to do is we need to create this percentage right here. So we will do create calculated field, which will be Nope. We'll do, this is male percent of pop, which will be the male pop divided by sum of population. She's got that at 1 decimal place, so we'll default properties, right click for male percent of population, default properties, number format, percentage, 1 decimal place. Now I'm going to duplicate that, which carries over our number formatting, and edit this, and this will be female percent of population. And we'll just change this to female population. Click OK. There we go. So that is the way that I've done that. And now, whenever I add, so in the male population, I will add male percent of pop and the tooltip, and I need it here as well. So then whenever I edit this, it'll say males aged age as a population of sum of population which is percentage, make that bold, of total, of the total population. Oh yeah, so some population there. This one is okay, so I need to add this here and here. Go here and do, and now we can do sum of population. We'll change this to what it should be, which is the sum of male population. And make that bold. Okay, let's see. Males age 15 to 19 has a population of 1.7 for, which is 51.3 of 3.9. Let's see. 15 to 19, let's check that. 1.74, 3.39, 51.3. Yuppers. All right. So now we just need to copy this. Put it over here. Uncheck those options that we don't want. And then we'll add female population here. Whoop. Control drag. Female pop there. And then what we'll do is we'll go here, highlight all, and we'll just change this to females. Females age blank have a, we'll change this to female. And we'll change this to female. Oh yeah, I need to add that one in. Female. that. And we'll put that in there. Put that in there. Tooltip. Highlight all. Paste. Oh, make sure this is working. Still don't have that. Okay. Let's see. There we go. So females at 15 to 19 are 1.65 million. So 1.65 million, 4.87339. Let's see over here. 1.65, 487,339. Perfect. All right. Excellent. So that, we just put that on a dashboard and we're all set. But there's one thing that I want to do. So this view helps us do two things currently. One, it helps us see how far down we can see the population distribution by looking down the gender by age, as well as we can see the proportion of gender within that age group, right? But what if I want to know which gender has more people in that band, right? Are there more people? Are there more males or females within the aged 4 and under group? That is kind of hard to do just by looking at it, right? So how can we do this? How can we add some additional insight to figure out which one has the most, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, on the male population, if we add female population on detail, and then we go here to the analytics pane and we do reference line on each cell for the female population, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted it on, let's see, maybe that doesn't quite work. There we go, get rid of that. Okay. Here, we'll do this. How about on this axis? Yes, on this axis, we'll add a reference line per cell. No, why did it go over there? Oh, because it's total population. What if I just do female population? That adds, why does that add space over there? It's weird. Okay. All right. Well, so let's see. Let's do, so the way that, I've got another way. Since we've got time, I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to show you a different way. Instead of doing what I'm going to do, so I'm going to get rid of this total population stuff, right? I'm going to get rid of that. So here we're back to this, right? And what I want to do is I want to be able to know which field is, or which gender has more of them, right? And so we'll create this. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do a max between two values, which is female population and male population. And if I add that here, what does that do? Let's show the headers again. Let's do add that here. Synchronize. And I'll take this oh, don't need to do that yet. Yep. Okay, so we'll edit this, reverse it. There we go. And then we'll do the exact same thing. Put that up there, switch that around, synchronize. There we go. And now I'm going to go here and take off my, take this off. And now what you can see here, what I'm going to do is on calculation 1, I'm going to fill it with nothing. But I'm going to give it a border of teal. And then on this calculation, I'm going to go fill it with nothing, but give it a purple border. Right? So this is just another way to show this data. And this now, what you're able to do, again, you're not looking at necessarily the proportion of the total gender. What you're trying to look at here is which gender has more within that age band, and you can also see how much, right? So the white space indicates a deficit compared to the other gender. So two ways of showing that. So you can see here that there are a lot more females in older age, right? As age increases, the number of more females increases as well. So it's also pretty interesting. So I like both. I like them. They both have their own separate things. So which is cool. And yeah. So there you go. So now we'll take this and we'll throw it on a dashboard. So let's do dashboard. What did she say? 8 by 7. There we go. Vertical. We'll add the title. We'll add that. Make this entire view. I'm also going to really make this take up as much space as possible, or hide the title of the worksheet. Add in a text box here called population. Make it dark, make it bigger, make it centered, make it medium. All right, and then we'll just put that on top of that. And looks like we need to add some space to get it truly centered. A little more. So this is, now we're just kind of eyeballing it, right? We're not getting too specific. A few more. Take off a few more. Let's see what it looks like. It also helps if I spell it right. There we go. Okay, let's see. Yep. Okay. There we go. All right. So we'll say, we'll call this good. And so we've got population down here, and then we've got another text box. I'm just going to put this in here and then give this our title. We'll say this is Wow, 2022, week 28. And then my name. Oh yeah, data's from the ons.gov.uk. And now we're looking, and then who am I? Author, credit. There we go. Now I'll just move this population back up. There we go. Centered. Say, what is the gender split for UK population in 2021? Do that. Yep, we'll call that good. Then what we'll do, down. So that's at 18. Let's bump it up just a bit more. Let's do 24. There we go. This one will be at 8. This one will go down to 16. And it's, wow, 2022, week 28. Can you build a butterfly chart? See what that looks like. That looks good, but this is a little bit too big, so we'll go down to 22. How does that look? Good. All right, so one thing we'll do here is we'll add back in our title, edit our title, and this is where we're going to put our legends in. Males, pipe, females, pipe total. I don't like the word grand total because that makes it seem like, yeah, I'll just do total. I think total makes more sense here. Total medium looks good. And we know that males is teal. Females is purple. Total is gray. There we go. Click apply. There we go. There we go. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully you found it informative and helpful. Give this video a like, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing, and we'll catch you on the next one. Watch either of these two videos to find out some more of my content. Thanks so much. Go forth and viz.